So
Exactly.
looking at any way that we can execute those plays. And then I would say I would break it down even further by play executed. When did we execute? What are the responses that we got? Leads that have come from these outreaches like webinars and newsletters. What's the follow up activity? And then pipeline generated. It all comes down to outcomes.
Yeah, I like the way that you're looking at the entire organization and seeing what you can do to dive into that and get the most out of those relationships. Um, kind of want to dive deeper into this before we shift to something different. When you're looking at these relationships that you're developing through social and things of that nature, you're getting them on the podcast, etc. There are people probably that want to do this strategy. What suggestions would you give sellers, sales leaders that are looking to get their pipeline on podcasts and maybe they don't run a podcast?
Yep. You said something earlier that resonated with me, Morgan, and it was about the fact that, how do we start? Do we go out and we just make a couple of posts? Do we do
Mm.
this and that? I've never had anybody send me a PO to my LinkedIn because I made a stellar post. Stellar posts are important because they build brand awareness. And guess what? Your target prospect, they're going to research you. And so you do want to make sure that you're posting things that are commensurate with your brand. What do you want to be known for? But you also want to be intentional about thinking, how can I leverage my strengths, my passions, my unique superpowers to make my customer a winner or my team a winner? That's what it's all about. Because guess what? If your customer wins, you win. If your team wins, you win. So I go out and I try to figure out how can I deliver a win for these people. That may not always be the obvious thing. It may not be cutting their costs. It might be I can amplify their message.